Hi, I'm Heidi Ransford, and today I am doing the evaluation of The Secret and Dr. Martin Seligman's talk about pure happiness, or true happiness. So, The Secret talks about thinking positively and positive affirmation and manifesting positive things, while Dr. Martin Seligman talks about true happiness and how you can't really reach true happiness without seeing the impact of your actions come back to what impact they're having, or how they impact you. So I think that with The Secret, when you think about manifesting good things, part of my argument for why this isn't necessarily scientifically proven or have really any data to back it up is, so if I am driving along and I see something, a car cross my path, and I think, oh gosh, it's a good thing I didn't hit that car, then am I automatically drawing that to me? Well, sure, I hope not. I think that it is in our nature to see the risks involved in a situation, and I don't necessarily think that seeing those risks and identifying those risks means that you're bringing it to you. I do think that there is something to be said for being in a positive state of making the decision to be happy and to think positively and try not to dwell on the negative, but I don't know that there's any way to not allow negativity to creep into your life. And I don't even know that it's negativity so much as it is being careful or cautious or wary or whatnot. Now, there's a difference in that and being worrisome. I do think probably if you're worrisome, you're probably drawing that to you all the time. But I think we're given the instinct of being cautious so that we don't have the idea that, oh, look, there's a lion, I'm going to walk up and pet him, and he's going to love on me and cuddle with me and lick me in the face. I think if you walk up on a lion, you're going to know that most likely he's going to bite your head off. And so I don't think there's like a positive way to change the outcome of that. I don't think you can just you could get lucky and walk up to the lion and he might lick you in the face versus biting your head off. However, I think that we're given certain instincts and certain ways of thinking that allow us to evaluate those risks. So while I do believe that there is benefit in positive thinking, I question whether some of the things that happen, are they because you brought them to you, because you manifest them, or is it fate? Is it guided by God? Is it luck? How much of it is luck? I definitely have had situations where I have said, this is going to happen and it's going to be good for me, and it turns out that way. And I've had other times where I've thought very positively and it didn't turn out for me. Was that because I didn't believe enough? Was that because I didn't say it enough? Was it because I didn't have a positive affirmation statement every morning? Who knows? But I don't know that there's any way to prove that. It's really more of an idea. It's a very romantic idea of happiness and a romantic idea of how to bring things to you, and it's probably good for a lot of people to hear. And there's a sucker born every day. So while I actually do tend to use the methods of The Secret, I don't look at it as scientifically proven. I just look at it as kind of like a good outlook to have. It's kind of a good standard to live by. It helps me to be content in my day-to-day life as far as knowing what I'm doing is right, and to not wake up grumpy and looking at the world like, oh, I can't change it. I like to think that I'm at least taking an active role in my own happiness. Now, Dr. Martin Seligman says that you can measure happiness. He says that there's a science behind it, that you can look at an MRI of a brain and you can see active happiness, and yet, yeah, I get that science and can be proven right now, but that doesn't mean that a year from now somebody doesn't come up with another bit of information that says, well, no, that MRI is actually showing that there are hormones or dopamine released when you talk about being happy, and that's why that part of the brain's active. So is the person truly happy, or is it because they're talking about being happy that's making that happen? I think that goes with so many things that, okay, well, what's proven right now is not proven a year from now. Things get disproven all the time. I heard on this morning that salt is now good for you, where they used to say that salt was bad for you. Now they're saying that people who take in more salt have less risk of a heart attack, which pretty much goes against everything that we've been taught, over the last however many years from the, Centers for Disease Control and Heart Association and all that kind of stuff. The same thing was with eggs. Oh no, eggs are bad, cholesterol. Now it's okay, eggs are good. So I think it depends on each year what they decide they want to make scientifically proven is kind of what comes out. I don't trust a lot of it. I think I kind of go with what I know works, and I tend to test things for myself, and that goes along with happiness. I tend to look at pure happiness the way Dr. Martin Seligman defines it as that you are in a state of happiness or positive thinking, and then that you have to take actions that will cause an impact that you can see. You can measure the impact of the things that you are doing, and that's the only way to reach true happiness. I'm not sure that that's the case. I think that people can very well go along doing good things, believing that it's doing good for the world, and never actually see the fruits of their labor, but they feel like they're helping, and that makes them happy. And they're probably truly happy. Again, it depends on if they've gotten into that state of mind. So my argument would be happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is something you have to make up your mind to bring into your life, and that you have the power to change it. And I like both ideas, but I don't know that I like Dr. Seligman's idea that it's not in our control if we don't see the impact, because I think that you can have somebody living on the street who may be perfectly happy, who has no proof of any actions that they've taken, whereas you can have somebody out there feeding the homeless, fostering kids, doing all these things, but yet they're not truly happy. And maybe that's because they can't even take the time to enjoy it because they're so busy. But so that would be my evaluation. I think that while Dr. Seligman's may sound more scientifically proven, he may have more data to back it up. He's Dr. Martin Seligman. I think that his theory could easily be disproven as well. I think that The Secret, on the other hand, has no real scientific backing, but I also don't think you can disprove it. I think it's simply a matter of either accepting it or rejecting it. So, thank you very much.